Now, I'm not on some red pill shit, okay? I wouldn't go down that avenue of it, but like, it's just insane character building. Like, it just gives you that ability to get bullied and just get on with it. Like, I'm not saying bullying's a good thing. I'm not advocating for bullying, all right? Bullying is a bad thing, but it's also inevitable. It's like learning to ride a bike when you're younger. You're inevitably gonna fall off it. Falling off it is a bad thing. It hurts, but it has to happen at some point because otherwise you're going to get to the point where you're further down the line, you need to learn to ride a bike and you don't know, and you're one of those dickheads that doesn't know how to ride a bike. That was kind of a stupid analogy, but my point is, I am the least construction guy on the planet. All right, I'm not a posh boy. All right, I'm from a working class. I'm from a working class family, but I should have not worked in construction. Really, it didn't make sense to me. I was a computer nerd. I've always like video edited. I've always made YouTube videos. That's kind of all I've ever done for my life. But then this construction job got chucked around to me at like a time where I just needed a job. And so I went and became a groundworks labourer for like a year. It was fucking shit. Like, I'm there whilst the people I'm working with are in the digger, you know, they got the AC on in the summer, they're all nice and cool. Maybe they got the heaters on in the winter, they're chilling. I'm out there fucking freezing and they're trying to banter me and take the piss out of me. And I'm like, bro, just get fucking on with it. I'm trying to guide this trench, or I'm trying to see if you're hitting a cable. Just dig the fucking trench. I'm freezing. But my point is, the first couple of months of working in a construction job as a lad, I don't know whether it's different for a girl. Maybe you should work in it. Maybe you shouldn't. I can only speak from a lad's perspective. You will just get used to getting bullied, which is such a useful skill in life. It helps with your mates, it helps in the workplace, it helps with just general people you don't really like. You just get used to getting abuse hurtled at you and just be like, haha, that's sick, bro. Cheers for that. And then it's over. And the best way, this is a secret tip that you got from the man himself, 19 years old, unemployed, greasy haired, tiny todger. Those are kind of that's kind of my resume, that's my CV. The best thing you can do when you are getting taken the piss out of, let me just give you an example. Some older kid that you're working with in the construction company, whatever it is, says, I want to fuck your mum, right? Hear me out. You cook back, you give a little laugh, and then you look back at him and say, I've already done that, mate. It was a bit mid. And then he looks at you like, what? And you've just taken the dominance in the situation. You are now on the high ground. You've done 390s, a little jump out retake, boxed him up like a fish, bit of piece control. Yeah, I'm a fortnight little sweat. And what? You've boxed him up. You've got that edit. He's stood there looking around and you just 200 pump into the fucking head. Because you say, you're going to fuck your own mum. Now, it's a little bit crazy, and I wouldn't recommend telling her that, and I'm probably messing up by making this into a YouTube video, but for the sake of all my people in those situations, trust me, use that. It'll be unreal. Like, if you've been that kid, maybe you've been working with some brickies for 6 months, or some sparkies, or plumbers, or whatever it is, groundworks like I was, all right? Come out one day when they're taking the piss out of you and double down on it. Oh, mate, you've got a tiny todger. Yeah, I have. Do you want to see it? It literally goes inside itself. Or they'll say, oh, you're gay, mate, you like it up the bum, and you go, yeah, last night this big black man shoved his cock inside me. You'll just make them really awkward, and therefore you take the high ground. Now, this was about every man or lad should do a construction job, and I've just told you to admit to having a big black guy fuck you at the bum, but I'll get to my point. It's not really the skills that you learn from it. Like, in a year, you're not going to learn that many skills. I probably picked up a couple practical skills. I know how to use a shovel. I did my wheelbarrow test, got my license for that. A few things. I can operate like a digger, kind of. Not very well, but like I can move it. I could do the little 360s on it. But again, it's not really the skills I picked up from it. It's the social cues. It's the social awareness. It's the social ability to deal with a bunch of bullshit and just get over it, because that's what this world is, just a bunch of fucking bullshit. Most people you're going to find in your life are low-key annoying. There's probably someone watching this video right now that if I met in person, bro, Tom, right, I'm looking at you, I bet you're a fucking arsehole, but I'm going to allow it because you're watching my video and you're giving me views and shit. Sorry, I need a coffee break. Okay, but I just think as a young man, if you go into the world without at least understanding what those guys on building sites kind of go through, at least for 6 months, preferably a year, okay? Because that's what I did, and it makes me feel better about myself for saying, you lot do what I did for a year. It will help you, All right, it will. Now, I also did a stint in a kitchen, and that was good for like time and like pressure and like working in a team and shit. But the construction job, I don't know why. I just think learning to deal with bullshit is a really important skill. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm on my own in that opinion. But I guess it doesn't really make much sense though, because I did that year in construction and now I make YouTube videos. But still, I think it helps.